everybody. Kendra Morse here on a Wednesday morning. It is spring break in Washington. So I've got all the kids home, which is super fun. Heston actually has a friend over right now, so they are out in the other room. They may come in, they may not. But I wanted to come on and share something that I had learned. I actually had heard this a long time ago, and it didn't make sense. Years and years and years ago, another mama had told me, I think Heston was like 4, and another mama had told me, oh my gosh, a lot of people think it's super important to be home with their kids when they're little, but it's really a lot more important to be home when they're older. And I remember at that time thinking, I don't know what she's talking about, because I think these little, like Heston, especially from age 0 to 4, it's like they progressively need you less and less physically, right? They become more and more independent. They start to be able to get themselves dressed. They get to a point where they can feed themselves. They can tell you what's wrong. They just need less and less of your physical attention as they start to get older. And so I didn't understand what that meant. And Heston is now 10. Kanan is almost 4. He will be 4 tomorrow. And Berkeley is about 11 months. So it's like this whole span. And Heston at 10 years old it's all of a sudden becoming so much more clear that he needs emotional attention and your not your physical attention, or not your physical presence near as much as he needs he needs my mental presence. He needs my emotional presence. And some of the things that have really shown me that recently, Heston is in 4th grade and he comes home from school, and I ask him, okay, so, what did you do at school today? Who did you sit by at recess? Lunch. Who did you play with on recess? What games did you play on recess? And right when he walks in the door and I'm asking him all those questions, I'm getting all this information. I was playing with this person, and this person was mean, and this person said this, and I'm missing all these comments. Hi, John. How are you? It's been forever. Hi, Cheryl. I'm trying to get really a lot better at seeing these, and oh my gosh, Brittany, you're so nice. You are gorgeous. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna try to get that out of the way. Thanks, Tessa. And I saw your text, Tessa. I am going to, I just saw it come through, so I will, yes, absolutely. So what I've really seen though with Heston is when he comes home, right when he comes in the door, he is all this stuff. He's telling me all this stuff. And then a lot of times when Dan comes home, 5 o'clock, it's been an hour and a half, Dan will say, how was school today? And his answer is, hi, Jeff. His answer so much of the time is, it was fine. It was good. And what he has to say has gone from this to this. And the same thing has happened when I've been gone in the afternoon and I'm not here when he gets home from school. I come home later and ask him, how was school today? I get this answer. Oh my gosh, Keith, that's gonna look way better once you get to work on it. I can't wait for you. Anyway, but I've really seen that all of a sudden it's like he's processed through a lot of these things, and there's things that are going on at school. There's things that have happened that he didn't necessarily understand. And when I've been able to talk to him about it, and we've had really good conversations and he has actually started, maybe this person it's their own feelings that have caused them to treat you that way. It's their own feelings. And he's actually said there was a boy, we went to an after school function, and there was this boy that came up and was calling him names. He was actually calling him not very nice names. He was calling him Heston Monster. And I'd gotten after this boy. I said, that's not very nice. And he walked away kind of sheepishly, and Heston goes, Mom, I don't think that he gets very much attention at home. And so some of these lessons that we're talking about after school, I feel like they're resonating with him when he comes home from school and he says, so-and-so was mean to me at the recess, or so-and-so did this at lunch, and we talk it through, and I'm helping him to understand that most of the time, these things are happening because it's the other child's issue. It's not necessarily that they don't like you or whatever. It's their own, they have something going on in their world and in their life and their home life and their family that's causing them to treat you this way. So I'm excited that these things it's sinking in a way. But I just want to urge mamas to figure out a way where you can be home when your kids come in the door. And same with like spring break. We're on spring break. He has a friend over. We have another friend coming over tomorrow. We've got baseball at 2, and then a camp, and then we have baseball practice at 4:30. And I am so blessed to be able to spend this time with him and to be able to take him to these different things throughout the day and to not have to worry about asking somebody if I could take the day off, and to be present and to be intentional about who he's spending time with, the friendships that he's making. It's, you know what, John, the thing is, I'm still learning. This is just something I really wanted to share. Seems like back when I was in school, it's amazing how some of these things that he's telling me, I'm like, I remember kids treating me that way in school, and how much it hurt and how much it just got to you. And I just hope to help him have that confidence to let it be water off a duck's back, and to realize that most of the time when people offend you, it's their issue so much more than it's ever our issue. It's not because of us. It's really probably because of something that's going on in them. So that's my main ultimate goal with Heston and all of my kids, is to help them kind of understand that. But anyway, we're working really hard to be intentional about the kids that he's befriending and spending time with, and helping him to foster really good friendships and relationships with kids that are going to help make him better, and help him understand that the people that you surround yourself with are the people that are going to make you who you are. You become the 5 people that you spend the most time with, and these are lessons that our children need to learn as soon as possible. I've learned a lot in my 30s that if I had learned some of these things when I was a lot younger, then that would be awesome. And we're still learning. Everyone's always learning. There's no way for any of us to always just know everything. But figure out a way. My biggest thing is, mamas, figure out a way to be home when your kids are coming right home from school, when they're walking in the door, or when you're picking them up right after school, so that you can really talk to them and listen to them. Listen to them more than you talk to them. Probably listen to them and then talk to them. But that's when they haven't processed through things. That's when they're still feeling these things, and they're trying to deal with these things, and they're trying to understand these things. And that's the time. It's precious. I have a little one that's probably going to walk in any minute. But that's the time that you really can help them understand these things. If you let an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours go by, and then you try to say, hi, did you get your head? All right, I'm going to cut it short because I got a little one that's crying. But you've got to be there in those times that they're open to hearing and understanding. Come here, baby. You can come here. And if you wait until later in the evening, there's such a good chance that you're not going to be able to really hear about the things that have gotten to them throughout the day and help them understand that. So anyway, you guys have an awesome day. Kanan needs something. So bye, guys.
Mom.